Yay, it's 2019. I'm going to talk about some red meat. Yes, honey. Yes, yes, yes. So, yeah, just waiting for you guys to come into the chat. I still get comments of people telling me how to do my live streams, which is quite annoying because what people don't understand is that live streaming, hi, you create an audience, you speak to your audience. That's just how I roll. So the first 15 minutes, I actually go over the subject, and then I freely talk to my peeps. And so shush for those who don't like it. Let's see here. As you guys are coming in, don't forget to like up the stream. Hey, it's 2019. Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year. Yeah, so let's go into the red meat. As you guys are coming into the chat. You never see me live. Oh, you're so excited. What's up, Rosa? What's up, Deborah? Now I'm going to be on short, Deborah, so like 45 minutes. And then I'm going to bounce. Let's see here. Happy New Year, you guys. Before I actually talk about the red meats, for those who are watching the replay, who get impatient, just fast forward. You guys, I am so excited to be in 2019. I'm 51 now, so it's just, I'm very aware of it, as you guys can see. And it's very exciting to see what you can do with your health with keto. So live, I know, right? There's all this controversy right now of keto not being an optimal diet, which it so is. There's just a lot of misinformation. And that's why people bounce around from intermittent fasting and thank you, Mark Wise. Thank you so much for donating to the super chat. And people will bounce from keto to like carnivore to the snake diet. And Deborah's reminding you guys to like up the chat, collapse the chat window, hit the thumbs up, and then reopen the chat to watch the live stream. You think I'd have it memorized by now, but I don't. Yeah, so you guys don't forget to like up the stream. And this feels a little too low, even though I'm pretty short. Okay, so as being the photographer I am, I'm trying to frame this, right? So I just want you guys to realize that I had a consultation today, believe it or not, with a 24-year-old, and I was trying. It was a second time I had her, and I was trying to encourage her that let me see, I've been listening to you a long time. Me and my daughter started keto 2 weeks ago. Your videos are amazing. It only took us a year of listening. It's okay. Sometimes it takes a year. But I spoke to a young woman today who's 24 doing the ketogenic diet for the second time. And we were kind of going over her health issues. She was showing signs of polycystic ovarian syndrome. And her doctor, she had missed a period, 3 months with no menstrual cycle. And the doctor said that was normal. So that's why I'm here, to clear things up. I want to, and she was kind of frustrated. She was saying that her mom was having some pre-diabetic symptoms. And I could tell I got to be careful on how much I push, because I wanted to inspire her without her breaking down in tears. Because if you're already showing polycystic ovarian syndrome and extreme adrenal fatigue, and then I'm like, her mom's not doing well. My mom almost died from cancer. I was just trying to inspire her. So the point is, I told her, don't let anyone tell you how to eat or how to take care of your health, because what she was saying was that she was people in her family thought she was nuts. And I told her, because she's having PCOS, that her glucose and her insulin's probably high, which is not good. It's a pre-diabetic symptom. Okay, good evening, happy New Year's. Okay, I lost her on hair on keto advice. Thyroid. It's not keto. Your friend who lost her hair, she did keto wrong, and that's why we're here. So let's talk about the red meat real quick, then I'm going to take your guys' questions. I just want you guys, going into 2019, don't let anybody bully you off of trying to improve your health the right way. Don't let anybody bully you. Just stay strong, steady on the course, and it's all good. So I better hurry up, because the sun, it's so beautiful here in California, as you can see, and I'm just feeling healthy and ripe and fabulous. Let's talk about the red meat. So those who are watching the replay, you come in at 5 minutes, all right? So do you eat red meat on the ketogenic diet? Of course. Happy New Year, Tracy. Yeah, I'll go into the PCOS and hair loss. You just got to remind me after I'm done. So this is my frozen. This is what I got from Butcher Box. It's a strip loin steak. It's okay fatty, as you can see. But the point is that people are afraid of red meat, and I really want to encourage them. The people who have a real difficulty eating red meat or animal fat, not even animal fat, more than red meat, on a ketogenic protocol are people who've got a propensity for gout. Okay, so inflammation of the joints, wounds in the feet, having a hard time to heal. These people have a problem clearing out the buildup of uric acid in the bloodstream, also crystals, and also a buildup of uric acid when it comes to their kidneys. And you have to think, like, if you ever were a smoker or a drinker, didn't sleep well, eating a lot of processed foods before doing keto, and then you go on a ketogenic diet and you stay away from all red meats because the doctor told you to stay away from red meats, what I want you to consider is that keto red meats are high in fat. So you really want like a ribeye, the fattiest cut of meat, so you have less of the methionine, less of the uric acid, and more of the animal fat, which makes me want to go more into the animal fat. Now, how many people actually have gout or kidney stones on a keto diet? Not that many, but for those who are worried about the red meat, it's not going to blunt your insulin receptors. It's not going to give you a freaking heart attack, people. Oh, we've got 100 people in the house. That was fast. Damn. Okay, so we want red meat, and the reason specifically, Happy New Year, you guys. Can you help me with electrolytes? Okay, yes, in a second. The reason why we want red meat on a ketogenic protocol, like, you know, pork or beef and animal fats, is because you adapt more smoothly from them, because we want digestive equipment. That's why we eat this, right? White fish and white chicken breast, it doesn't give you enough of the digestive equipment to be healthy. So you're in a quagmire. Best topic, okay. So red meat is what we are designed to chew, break down, and go through the whole digestive tract, because it helps to encourage your HCl levels, your hydrochloric stomach acid. And when you just cut out all red meats and you're eating fish from time to time or chicken breast from time to time, you're losing the ability to keep your HCl levels at balance with enough enzymes and peptides to break down food in general. So a lot of people who stop eating red meat have a difficulty when they try to eat it. They're like, I can't. And the reason why they cannot is because their stomach acids have dropped. When your stomach acids drop, you're in a heap of trouble. These are the people that don't adapt very well because they can't absorb the fat-soluble vitamins, minerals. They can't break down the fat very well because their digestive equipment has gone down here. And then all the pathogens start to grow out of control. So a lot of you guys who try to ketogenic protocol, you might notice like candida die-off and like rashes and all these issues. Fungal overgrowth. Fungus is because your HCl levels are too low. I do because most nutrient dense. Yes, but not just the lean meats. We don't want the sirloin and things like that. We want the fatty cuts of red meat, right? So then we have less uric acid and methionine. Now, the animal fats are also very important. Animal fats, see a little fat here, see that? That's not just saturated fat, you guys, and cholesterol. No, it's 3 fats. It's mono unsaturated fat, like in an avocado or olive oil. Yes. And then it's saturated, and then it's polyunsaturated fats that you would find in nuts, omega-6s. So it's all 3 fatty acid profiles. We are also made up of the 3 fatty acid profiles of these fatty acids. So this misnomer that it's all saturated fat plus saturated fat does not blunt your insulin receptors and plaque the arteries. That is utter nonsense. So with that said, eating red meat helps you to be able to digest all of your food, even your plant source foods. And what I've noticed with a lot of people doing keto, somebody said, why do you step near the camera? I'm like, because I can't read the freaking text unless I step near it. So that one annoying person, don't ask me why I step closer to the camera again. Jeez. So with that said, because I just noticed myself going like this. Oh, they said, why do you do it in the middle of a sentence? Because I choose to. Now, so people who have a difficult time with histamines, right? Histamine buildup, low stomach acid, people who have leaky gut, low stomach acid, people who've got GERD and acid reflux, low stomach acid, people who've got immune function or dysfunction, low stomach acid. So there's a lot of people out there. If you drink alcohol, if you've been on birth control pills, if you've been eating a high carbohydrate diet, a lot of sugars, things of this nature, smoking, this will like drop your stomach acid like that, coffee, and then all of a sudden it becomes more and more difficult to digest certain foods. So as you get older, you're like, why am I more bloated? Why is it so difficult to digest red meat? And then if your stomach acids are too low, you become malabsorptive. And then if you don't get enough of your nutrients, you don't keto adapt. So it's pretty simple, pretty simple. And it seems like most of you have some issues with being malabsorptive, especially with the leaky gut and the candida overgrowth and not being able to get into vitamin D. How many of you guys out there right now are vitamin D3 or D deficient? A lot of you guys. So you have to wonder why. Like, it comes from the food that you eat as well as sun exposure in the afternoon by UVB. It's the cocktail between the two. Why are you guys malabsorptive? Why are you guys having so many issues with your B12, absorbing B12, folic acid, your B complex, no stomach acid? Yeah. A lot of you women who have thyroid issues, who don't get enough selenium, either you're not getting enough from your food or you're not absorbing it, which is selenium, vitamin D, zinc. These things are really, really important for thyroid function. A lot of men are hemorrhaging B complex, stress, lack of sleep, low stomach acid. So I just wanted to preface that. It's very, very important to eat red meat so you can encourage digestion, so you're not malabsorptive on a ketogenic protocol and don't have candida overgrowth. And for the animal fat, I tried to, in the beginning, I was having people eat tons of olive oil, olives, what else? Obviously avocados, and coconut oil. What else? People weren't adapting on coconut oil. Not until I actually switched it out for animal fat, and you could watch the ketones go boop. And the reason why no one else says this, because no one else has experimented with this. No one. People are like, but why doesn't this PhD doctor say this? Because I haven't done this type of experimentation. I have. You watch people eat animal fat and boop, ketones go right up, just like this. So I think I'm gonna take your guys' questions now. We got 116 people here, and we only have 56 people liking this stuff. So like up the stream, you guys. It helps bring people to my humble channel. This woman who looks young but is 51 and used to be a pro skateboarder. I'm really trying to encourage people of any age that this is possible with the right information on how to do it. So that's why I'm here. Now I think I'm going to take some of your guys' questions. Let's see here, looking good right now. Thank you, Jessica. Can I do carnivore keto life for life? Jocelyn, I don't know. I have no idea. Are you malabsorptive? Because if you malabsorptive, you might have a problem. So Danny Patton, thank you so much for the fiber. Thank you so much, Danny, for donating to the super chat. Now, a lot of you guys, we're very similar, but how we different is on how we've treated our body over time. So a lot of you guys have issues, as I've spoken about 5 gazillion, bazillion times. So you have enzymatic problems, you have absorption problems, you have clogged up biliary system, clogged up liver, kidney, gallbladder, colon. A lot of you guys can't poop, or you have loose stool. All of this, you know, if you're like, can I do keto carnivore for life? Well, not if you have those symptoms, honey. If you have those symptoms and they're not being alleviated by the keto carnivore, no. So, and people don't factor in purines, in spinach, and also in cauliflower and things of that can also give you uric acid buildup. How to fix the gut. Can you use 1 or 2 tablespoons of coconut oil and receive the benefits of coconut? No. Karen, coconut oil is only good for the lauric acid. Otherwise, the MCT is not going to make you keto adapt. So use it as an extra source of fat having nothing to do with keto, but having everything to do with killing microbes. How you fix leaky gut? It's a question I get all the time. So for those who've heard of it before, let me see. Nicole Saltz says, I'm trying keto carnivore, can't get glucose under 5.4 millimolar, even though I'm eating like 56 grams of protein a day and working out. WTF. Okay, Nicole. Okay. Let me get Nicole's question because she just donated to the super chat, which I appreciate. Okay, Nicole. Just because you have your protein at 50 to 60 does not mean anything alone. You have to chew that protein real freaking slow, right? Because if you don't have enough of the digestive equipment and big chunks of that protein enter the small intestine, your blood sugar is going to spike to 5.4 millimolar. The other reason why people who eat late, you guys aren't thinking about this stuff. When you eat late, that's why they say don't eat after 6. They say don't have to eat after 6 p.m. because your body wants to hibernate to get ready to sleep. It doesn't want to go to work and start digesting food. So when your body's having to digest food, cortisol spikes, right? Because you need cortisol to break down the food. And then the body's not at full speed. So undigested food stays in the stomach, putrefying as you sleep. And then you wake up in the morning with what? What do you wake up with? High blood sugar, because that's a stress to the body. There's a lot of things you guys don't consider, and people on other channels don't talk about this stuff. And as I do kind of toot my horn a lot and say that, I apologize for that, but I still have to remind the newbies who come into the situation. So I hope that makes sense. Liver, do you take liver and place it with the more? Yes, I do. So I hope that makes sense, Nicole. If you have another point to add on top of that, I don't know if you sleep bad. I don't know if you're malabsorptive. I don't know how you breathe, how you stand, how you exercise, when you eat, if you're connected to circadian rhythm. And all of these things matter with your blood sugar being at a 5.4. I don't know if you're eating or you're doing carnivore. I don't know what types of carnivore meats you're having. I don't know how many grams of fat you're eating. I don't know if you have a problem with your gallbladder, Nicole. I don't know if you've got too much estrogen in your freaking liver. And all of that can spike your blood sugar. All of it. Okay, let's see here. Leaky gut. So leaky gut is pretty much connected with Nicole Nicole, because Nicole is probably doing keto carnivore because of some issue with plants, right? Some negative reaction to the histamine buildup when she's eating plant source foods. And so that can spike her blood sugar. Also time, you have to give things time. But please help me understand people like, okay, certain people who I respect their work in their ketogenic fields, why are they having a hard time with weight loss after years of doing keto? Jerry, probably, I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to because I didn't say anybody's name, because they're doing it wrong, And a lot of people are not factoring in the life you live. I'm a freaking monk. I was in bed by 9:45 last night on New Year's. 9:45. Deborah says to donate to the super chat, hit the $sign to the right of the box. To the right of the box we type in to send a message. Let me see, Stephanie, been a lurker for years and found your keto protocols dead on. However, your last video regarding carnivore aspect, wanting? Roger, I don't understand. If I've done live videos, I need to just do an antiquated, like a pre-made video on carnivore so it sounds more clear. So if it was a live stream, it could have been messy sounding. I'm definitely not a proponent of carnivore without keto, because now I've seen people have the same problems with eating too much protein on keto, electrolyte problems, which I think that was one of the first questions. When people are not getting enough of their electrolytes on a carnivore diet, I mean, I wouldn't get enough electrolytes on this. I just wouldn't. It doesn't even matter if it's grass-fed. I'm not going to get enough potassium, sodium balance from this, or magnesium. And that's a big problem when people are just doing a lot of meat. That is the reason why I have people do bone marrow. And also, if they don't have a problem with the glutamate, which is a protein, some people have a histamine reaction to it, and organ meats, especially liver, to get more of the balance of the potassium, magnesium. Well, you could do, you know what, you don't need to do, you could be carnivore and get magnesium supplementally, but potassium, yo, you gotta like get it from salt, you gotta get it from marrow, you've gotta get it from especially liver if you are doing a carnivore diet. You can't just not get your electrolytes. It's a problem. So let me see, if I suffer from malabsorption, does that mean I may not be absorbing protein as well? Yeah. So Jessica, a sign of people being malabsorptive with their protein, it's not like you losing all the protein, it's foamy urine. Like you pee, look into the toilet. If it's foamy, it could be protein loss. So when people are showing like issues with like their health in general, building muscle, their immune system especially, that's especially with protein loss. Colds and flus and soreness, that's another big sign of protein loss as you work out and you're really, really, really sore. What about gout? Okay, so what do you want to ask about? Thank you, Rosa and Chris Wilson. Thank you for donating to Super Chat. I wish you had a question so I could address you specifically. Thank you so, so much. From Scotland, which is one of my favorite places. I need to go back to Scotland soon. So I think I know I'm going to go to Europe this summer. And I might even start organizing some seminars in the UK. Just got to get it going. So DJ Mac Live. Thank you. Are the jars of animal fat I see online what you mean about animal fat? Joe, it can be butter, right? It can be butter. If you're in Cali, you can get raw butter. Other places are more difficult. Butter, duck fat, but duck fat's more like last. Butter, egg yolks, beef tallow, lard. These are the common fats. Some people get chicken fat. Wanted to know how to heal and help leaky gut too. Okay. All right. So leaky gut means like this. A lot of you guys don't breathe. I watch people in the gym like struggling. I'm like, breathe. People are not breathing enough. They're at their jobs, taking little teeny breaths, little teeny. And when you're taking small breaths throughout the day, you're having a cortisol. The body's like, yo, you need to relax the central nervous system. And oxygenate the blood for the cells. And that's a problem with people when they're trying to find homeostasis, which is balance in the body with cells and enzymes and all this kind of stuff. So a lot of you guys have leaky gut, might have like a diamine oxidase, it's an enzyme deficiency, right, to fight off the histamine. And if you're overproducing histamine you can't clear out, then that could be an inflammatory response and the gut's not going to heal. If you're continuing to eat foods that raise your candida levels and parasite infestation, the gut walls, the small intestine is not going to heal. If you have inflammation of the large intestine here, your leaky gut's not going to heal. If you're drinking alcohol, if you're drinking caffeine, if you're taking in things with mycotoxins all over it, mold, exposure, if you're not sleeping well, if you are doing carbs high, like oh, you guys are really donating today. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. Goak. Thank you for donating. Hi, Brises. If you guys are overtraining the protein loss, right? Your protein loss, you're inflamed. If you have poor lymphatic system or drainage, if you're swelling all the time, if you have a standing job all the time, if you are not getting enough of your electrolytes, if you're malabsorptive, these are all things that will make it very difficult. If you're not sleeping, if you're stressing, a stress monger, this would be a person not getting enough water, right? Or ways to clear out the liver, kidney. and also to kind of get if you're constipated. So these are the things that keep those junctions, that wall open, instead of sealing up the wall, being nice and tight. So how you do it, like you can't just take glutamine alone. People say that glutamine, a protein in animals, right, especially in red meat and bone marrow, is really, really great to heal the gut wall. Potentially slippery elm, but that hasn't been proven. Licorice DGL, but that hasn't been proven. Collagen, that hasn't been proven to just seal up the gut wall. So what I'm realizing, it's a rotation of your foods, because if certain foods have like a histamine, you can't have that food all the time. You have to rotate it in and then take it out of your diet, or completely take it out of your diet. So that's the biggest way. Like the biggest is sleep and breathing and rotation of foods, and have foods come in and out, and less toxic exposure. I mean, really, that's it. And time. Be patient, because if you're not patient, it's not going to heal. I keep seeing people trying to like genie themselves into fat loss, like genie themselves magically into healing the gut wall. Y'all need to be patient. I swear y'all need to be patient. Stress alone. Olivio's art studio is not, and I got you on the email. Sorry about that. Just know that I get so many emails around this time that it's like I might read an email wrong every once in a while. 85 minutes, 3.8 was speed. What? I don't know what you were talking about. I forgot already. So you gotta, let me see. Still fast. Remember, your body has to heal a great deal before your fat loss. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all want to lose weight now, right? Like, first of all, the reason why I remain lean and muscular, when people keep saying, but look, Stephanie's on point. Sorry, I'm 51. I'm gonna drink my own Kool-Aid. Hold on while I drink it. When I do these live streams and I can see myself in a little fabulous attire, I must say, when I see myself on screen, it's a reminder. I think who was I talking to? I can't remember who I was talking. I think it was last stream, and I was like, if you see yourself, it's a motivation to keep it right and tight, right? If I sat at a desk job in Michigan where it's cold and I was wearing a lot of sweaters, I would have, and some people who become overweight or their health issues, they don't deal with it until it's at its worst, because they don't have to look at themselves. But I look at myself. Let me see. Please like up. Oh, thank you. Is it Arlene who says like up the stream, hit the X, collapse the chat. Chat head. Oh, chat head, like it. Hit the chat to get back into. So hit the X in the corner. There's a thumbs up. You hit it, and you have to reopen the chat to get into it, because there's 117 people here and only 87 likes. And what I've said before, for people who've never come to my live stream, I can't see who's liking the stream. So if you want to quietly just be like, I'm gonna give Steph some love. Let's see here. I'm patient, but my stomach isn't. Your stomach isn't, Rosa. You're gonna have to be patient by rotation of schedule. That's what I mean with you, who your stomach isn't. My stomach isn't. I'm eating 85% fat, 15% protein, 5% carbohydrate. Losing weight so fast, but my priority is okay. So Rosa, I don't know how many grams of fat are you eating a day, and I really need to do a live stream on how to measure the fat, because I realize you guys don't even know how to measure your fat. Like, I'm like, oh, hit 200 people, and I do consultations with people. I'm like, that's not 200. That's like 120. They're like, it's only 120. I'm like, yes, people, and you can't count coconut oil. What are some, I guess you meant ways to increase testosterone. Danny. First of all, cholesterol. Because cholesterol is a building material of your reproductive hormones. Obviously, oops, hold on. Obviously, meat and not soy. Okay. Obviously, it's to get your cortisol in balance, because there's a concept called pregnenolone steal, and when your cortisol levels are like up here, it's going to rob from your reproductive hormonal tree, and that's a really big problem. Is stress And of course, if you guys are, you have to put it in context. If you're eating clean, if you're eating grass-fed, if you're not having chemical exposure, because all these things can down regulate, drinking alcohol can down regulate your testosterone. So if you take it out, and then you're trying to get the stress, the cortisol down to a normal cortisol rhythm, then it'll help your reproductive system. Protecting your adrenals will also help your reproductive system when getting enough animal fat in. These are just simple things instead of going into, see, why not? Why you can't get, no, we can't get snapped. Child, we didn't hunt no coconuts. We didn't hunt packs of butter either, but we definitely didn't hunt no coconuts, okay? We didn't spear a coconut. So the reason why I say no coconut is because I've been coaching thousands of people now. So I've been coaching a long time. There's a lot of people like coaching keto, but not like Stephanie, because Stephanie deconstructs and takes out all the garbage and all the dirty keto and all of this nonsense. And then I still have coconut oil. People weren't adapting on it. It's a medium chain triglyceride. And I believe that it doesn't have the right fatty acid profiles that you do from, I'm an animal and I'm eating an animal. That makes sense why you're going to be in ketosis some of the times while living as a hunter-gatherer. You're not going to be living off of coconut oil, which is largely and mainly saturated fats. I had kidney removed. Ooh, yikes. Sorry, Pam. I had kidney removed in April. Kidney cancer. I'm trying to do keto and having trouble with potassium, as I stated, trying marathon. Oh, Pam, I wouldn't be doing a marathon if you had a kidney removed and you're having problems with your kidneys. You know, there's a lot of inflammation going on there. And I'd really make sure that you're eating smaller amounts of protein, which is my protocol, and higher amounts of animal fat, right? So you're definitely a person who doesn't want to have non-grass-fed meats, and don't eat a lot of meat. Make sure your fats are high enough and you have a functioning gallbladder, because often if there's signs with the kidney problems with the kidneys, there's probably unnoticed stress on the liver. So less stress on the liver, stress on the kidneys, on the gallbladder. So hopefully all those systems will work. I just need to know more details before I could answer a question properly. Something like that. I definitely wouldn't do a marathon. I would be in the mode of healing and not trying to stress my body. Spices says, Happy New Year's, guys. Steph, what is the best version of keto for fibroids? Some say vegan. This is embarrassing. What vegan? First of all, there's no such thing as vegan keto, okay? There's no such thing. Keto is a high-fat, low-carb dietary measure. If vegans only eat plants, that's high freaking carb. And you can't guzzle olive oil every day. It's not a stable fat. It oxidizes quite easily. A lot of you guys have issues with avocados are very high histamine food. That doesn't leave you much stable oils to try to be ketotic. It's not the same fatty acid profiles as us, and you're eating a high carb diet. So what happens is people will try to keep their carbs under 20 net, and they're starving. They're starving on vegan keto. Roger, thank you, Roger. And then they're not adapting because of the fat profile. But no, if you really want to put your fibroids into hyperdrive, do a freaking vegan keto and have those fibroids just grow exponentially. So what you want to do, first of all, if you do keto, there is no absolute guarantee that you are going to get rid of those fibroids. You might be able to shrink them to a certain size, and then they stay there bugging. It depends where they're sitting in the uterus. If they're on the outside, if they're in the wall, if they're on the inside, if they're pedunculated, if they're subserosa, submucosa, whatever, where they are, your body's not just going to magically get rid of the fibroids. Now, some people can shrink them down by like 30%. And if you have fibroids and you can shrink them down through, you know, some people will use different type. They'll use, what's it called? It's called castor oil packs. That kind of works a little bit. Diet can shrink, but they're never going to just completely go away to zero. They can, but that's a person who's an anomaly. What you want to do is stop the problem is the estrogen dominance, and everything makes us estrogen dominant, and most women are estrogen dominant to some varying degree. As you can see by my body shape, I don't have estrogen dominance, right? And you can see that obviously you can see with muscle, my testosterone. And progesterone is like this with me, right? So when I treat my body badly and I don't sleep, you can see that the estrogen's good, but the progesterone go like this. So I got to keep my body, protect my adrenals to always make sure that my progesterone is in balance of testosterone, and that's what you need to do. So a lot of people who've got fibroids will have their progesterone down on the floor, or their estrogen is just super, super, super high. And that's they're eating a carb diet. Yes, they're tumors. Tumors love sugar. So hopefully that keto can shrink them to a certain place where they're manageable. Okay, let's see here. High animal fat, not just fat. Yes. I guess I'm on dirty keto, but I feel great. No, MMRs. You don't. I need to moderate keto. Dude, I need to start working out to get weight loss. See, MMRs? If you jumped in my body, you'd be like, I thought I was good. No, I'm amazing now. You're not working out. There's a reason why you're not working out. So you have to really be careful. People always tell me, no, I sleep. And I'm like, you don't look well rested. Remember, just because you sleep and don't wake up does not mean you're hitting 5 levels of sleep. You crashing in the afternoon. So you're not doing good on, I bet you if I did a consultation with you, Mars, you'd be like, she's right. I didn't know. I didn't factor in this and that and this and that. So remember that. Let me see, up there's a whole group of Facebook of those. What is it? Are you experiencing adaptive glucose sparing consequences considering you are really long-term ketoer? Vanette, it's a weird question. Glucose sparing? You mean am I insulin sensitive? Hugely. Is my glucose ranges from about 71 to about 86, depending on the stress I put on my body. So can you rephrase the question so it's more clearly stated, just like in layman's terms? Good. I'm not much into keto, but each time I see that woman, I want to work out like a beast in the gym. Thanks, John. Yes, right. Beast mode. Yes. Now I love working out. You know, I love moving my body. People are like, I don't like working out. I'm like, you have adrenal fatigue, because if you don't have adrenal fatigue or adrenal insufficiency, and you don't work out, if you don't have it and you don't work out, something's wrong with you. Okay. Totally got me. Thanks. Okay, cool. Happy New Year, Melly Mel. Have you coached anyone with severe rheumatoid arthritis? Deborah, my moderator's got severe rheumatoid arthritis. Deborah, tell them how it is. Tell them, girlfriend. Have I coached people with RA? Definitely. It's amazing for RA. Tell them, Deborah. Get him. No, I'm kidding. I'm silly, you guys. Don't take me too serious. Let's see. How many hours should you be in REM? You're not like hours. You could be like 2 hours of REM and 2 hours of deep sleep, and you don't want, or you can, around those times, there's the first, second, and third. You're in like a light sleep phase. You go down and you pop up. This is how it works. REM goes like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back up. But you want cycles. 4 to 5 REM cycles is what you want. Okay. See, Guadalupe here, Stephanie, what's up? Okay, so Deborah's addressing Christine. Me, I have severe crippling rheumatoid arthritis, and I'm doing better than ever. And she's always talking about how this is her 2-year anniversary. Rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune disorder that I assume might be genetic or is seeing genetic link, but at the end of the day, as a modern human, toxic exposure, stress, and the diet really makes all the joints inflamed, and a lot of people with rheumatoid arthritis end up having to have surgery to kind of relieve the pressure of these crippling joints. And so we've got Deborah, my moderator, who's addressing the RA on keto. So Christine says, Deborah, I'd love to chat with you. My brother. So remember, Christine, she's not a coach. And it's like, one thing I want you guys to understand is that, you know, when people hit me up on Instagram and on Facebook and they were like, asking me a question, I'm like, I haven't even called my mother today. I don't have time. You know, I haven't even wiped my bum. Like, so, you know, just you can ask her for help. But if you really want to have a little bit more access, I have a keto course Facebook group, and Deborah helps moderate that. And it's easier to post a question like that in a very small group on the page and get the answer that you need, rather than, just FYI. And Deborah says that all her pain is gone from crippling and debilitating rheumatoid arthritis doing keto the right way. Okay, let me see. I woke up every day at 3:30 a.m. Help. Christine, you guys can't write like that. I woke up at 3:30 a.m. Help. I don't know. I don't know what you do. I don't know how late you come home. I don't know what you eat. I don't know if you have timing, your gallbladder issues, which, you know, the gallbladder release of bile salts will make you wake up. I don't know if you have hypoglycemia. I don't know nothing. Book a consultation. You guys, I'm still doing consultations, and it's the first of the year. So if you guys want to get to my calendar, it goes pretty fast. So people keep asking me to open my calendar. It's open. So get on it. Definitely. I believe, of course, that I can help you. The rest is up to you, though. I can give you the knowledge, and then you guys have to apply it. Don't have a Facebook. Can you? Bleh. Just Belle. I don't understand people. Use somebody else's Facebook. Make an account that has no pictures. Be like a troll account. Put up a picture of like a flower, right? Make an email and put up a flower, and then go on the page, and then nobody can see anything because you're not posting anything. Use somebody else's, your cousin's, anybody's. People keep thinking the government's going to spy on you. Let me see. I need a Facebook either. I signed up just so I could join the group. Oh, Briseis. See, the Briseis is the best example of somebody who didn't have Facebook, who joined to be a part of the group. And she's been a part of the group for a while now. So, and she started on the live stream as well. Can you talk about precaution to take for teeth mercury removal on keto? Any extra supplements to take? I don't know if you should have them removed, to be honest. And that's a really big debate, right? To remove your amalgam mercury fillings, because the removal of them is a lot of ingestion. You're ingesting a lot of mercury doing that. So you'll have some holistic dentists say, leave it, just leave it. And then you'll have some say, I can remove it. But what they don't say is, no matter what, if you disturb that mercury, you will ingest a fair amount. So it doesn't matter if you're on keto or not. It's all toxic exposure. So you're going to have to you could do like chlorella. You have to do good quality of chlorella. And you could do red light therapy. You could do cilantro to help pull it out and eliminate the mercury. I mean, there's not a lot you can do in that context. See, Vanette Mustafa says a lot of long-term keto followers are having mild rays of FBS. Huh? That is considered normal. What do you mean FBS? What is that? Huh? Glucose refusal mode? Did somebody make up that term? What? I've never even heard of that. You mean glucose refusal? What is that? What do you mean by that? That's a strange way to call something. Oh, Toby's in the house. What's up, Toby? Stephanie speaking facts. The group is super awesome. You learn so much, and there are Sunday live streams too. Thank you, Briseis. Yes, and I'm now going to vamp up this keto course page. I've been working really hard to create a new platform for it. 100%. I'm with Janet, who's also helping me moderate it. We're putting together something really fabulous in 2019. And I'm actually going to use a new Facebook platform because now there's a new Facebook membership app that has even more tools that I can use to teach you guys. So I'm really excited about that. Thanks everyone. My brother is 56 and has had it since his early 20s, can barely walk. That's so sucky. What about red meat and animal fat? Alan, I already talked about it. And it's, you have to ask, I was talking about purines. I was talking about people with low stomach acid. And I don't want people to be afraid of red meat. People think it's going to clog their arteries or create insulin resistance and blunt their insulin receptors. Which is a bunch of bullcrap. Okay, have you heard about beef belly broth? What vegetables do you approve to put in broth, such as bone broth? None, Christina. I like to deconstruct and not put vegetables in a broth because that's more considered a soup. And broth would just be the marrow, or a meat broth would just be the meat juice. And I don't really like a lot of vegetables because the fiber is gone, so it raises the carbohydrate count. So I hope that answers the question. Pretty good. And for the first time, I got the likes over 100 without me asking every 5 seconds. So thank you guys for liking up the stream. See, I think the beef belly broth sounds like the belly of these animals are more fatty, I assume. And it's a meat broth rather than a bone broth. That's what I assume. Some people can't do bone marrow broth from chicken or lamb or pork or beef because of the glutamate. Glutamate is a protein that some people have a histamine response to for some reason. Otherwise, the rest of you can just do a bone broth, which is better because you get collagen, you get potassium, you get zinc, magnesium, chromium, iron, you get the B's in there, the B complex. Okay. Made prime rib today and also bone broth. Oh, yummy keto muscle. Now, if you're making prime rib and bone broth, make sure that you add a lot of tablespoons of fat on top of that because there's actually not a lot of fat in bone broth alone. And you guys, I don't count the fat that you put on the plate. I mean, sorry, that's the opposite. I don't count the fat you saute with. I only count the fat that you plop on the plate afterwards. Would I book a consultation? Joe, you go to stephanieperson.com. And if Deborah or somebody can write stephanieperson.com so people can see the spelling of my nom. The best bone broth, Rosa and Chris Wilson, is to make your own. So I like to do beef bones with the end knuckles. The knuckle, I add some chicken bones in there, chicken feet or oxtail, and then I put some, I don't have any problem with the salicylates, I have no problem with the herbs, so I'll do like thyme, oregano, basil, garlic, salt. I don't have a nightshade problem, so I'll put pepper in there, and then I'll put spring onions, just the green part, and celery just for about 30 to 40 minutes of the cooking process. I'll cook it up to 30 hours, and I'll just do 20 or 30 minutes of the vegetables, and then I take it out just for flavor. It's so good. And then I add a grip of butter to it every time. Okay, Hannah, go to stephanieperson.com for exact info on the Facebook Keto course. So the course is, thank you, Brices, for writing stephanieperson.com. It's $15 a month, you guys. Some people charge like $400, $800 for a stupid keto course that you won't learn anything but nonsense. I say mostly nonsense. Not all, mostly. It's very cheap. You could just do 1 month for 15 bucks. There you can get a lot of your questions answered. Plus I teach you guys more in depth, like that you're not getting on a live stream. More things like how do you heal leaky gut? What about lymphatic issues? What about hormonal issues? The PMS, the freaking, depression and the gut issues and the candida and all this stuff. What do you recommend removing mercury via biological? I just mentioned that. Yeah, you'd have to, it's really expensive too. It's like $1,000 a tooth. But if you're going to do it, do a holistic, biological, hazmat suit person who's going to remove your amalgam fillings. And just be prepared that you will ingest some. You will, without a doubt. And Katie is in the house, right? Petros, who says, that the keto course is worth it. So you guys, I get a lot of people who found me here, went to the course, and are back telling other people who are finding me here on YouTube to try the course out. At least try it for a month. It's not expensive at all, but you get a lot. Plus I do free, well, it's in the package of the $15 a month, mini consultations on Sundays. Let me see. Hi, if you're fat adapted and wanting to lose weight. Here we go with this question, Lexi. Fat adapted and wanting to lose weight, do you need to still keep the fats high, seeing that body can't eat fat from the body, considering stress down and sleep is good. So Lexi, see this girl here? That's about, I'm eating a whole block of Kerrygold butter a day, not including avocados and not including the meat fat. So my fat right now is sitting around 227 grams of fat in a block of Kerrygold. So I'm probably sitting at about 250 something of fat a day. That's what I'm sitting at. That's what I'm sitting at. And a lot of you guys being able to, just because you guys have to really be fat adapted, and you have to give it time, because if you're consistently exercising and connecting to a circadian rhythm, your body will access the body fat. So are you actually adapted? It's not like, do I lower my fat? You have to be careful, because some people will lower their fat. What's up, Richard? This is my second mod. Richard, I've been meaning all week to say thank you again. Right? So Richard is another person who found me through his wife, and he's not from Cali, but they came to Cali, and his wife and him took me out to dinner. It was so nice. I want to say thank you again, Richard. And he's on the course page. You can drop your fat and increase your exercise. Yeah, thank you, Richard. But you can't drop your fats exponentially, or you're going to pop out of keto. So you got to find that absolute balance. And I wish I could talk to you more to see if you're actually adapted, and to understand your weight issue. If you have a thyroid issue, if that's cleared up, your adrenal insufficiencies, if your blood sugar stable. So there's a lot of moving parts to actually being adapted. And that's why not that many people are actually adapted, because everybody's in a darn hurry. Don't mess. What is it? Y'all trolls are just, there's no point to even troll a comment. Like, I got 2 mods in here now, and the comment will be deleted in 2 seconds. Don't want to mess with excess. Hope to see a workout DVD. Yes, Hannah. This year, you guys, a lot of stuff's been going on that you don't know about, right? Because you don't disclose your whole life on the freaking internet. But now that it is 2019, stuff is good to go. I'm so excited. I'm like, woo! So like workouts and me in a kitchen. I need to move out of this apartment, so I have a proper kitchen to film in. It's one of the main reasons I never ever film food videos, is that there's no space to film in the freaking kitchen I have. There's no space. It's horrible. I can't stand it. Precisely why you want a consult. So Roger's like, precisely why you want a consultation. Roger's, there's so much thing as excess fat. Well, yes, there is excess fat, Richard. You don't want visceral fat. That's fat around the organs. There is fat that your body doesn't need to survive. That would be considered excess fat. Although I might have missed the conversation with you guys. So forgive me if I do. That happens. You guys are talking to each other, and then I pop in and see something and answer it wrong. So C Bacon says, hi, course page people. Lexi, I have body fat. If I didn't have body fat, I wouldn't have any TAS, you know. I wouldn't have the rump. Although it's pretty solid, I'm not gonna lie. No, I obviously have fat. I've got around 13% body fat. You know, you can actually, although I got a lot of fat in the dermis layer, so I don't have that thin. You know, some people who are like body or fitness people, they can pull their skin out to here and it's just like paper. That makes you age, people, right? So I want a lot of fat in the dermis layers of my skin, so as I get older, it doesn't get wrinkly and stretch out to here. So you guys can, this is what keto does to your skin. Look at that. Super, super fatty in its dermis layers, but without carrying like excess fat. It's amazing. I think I have the most of my fat here and in the belly area, but it's not a lot. And I don't want to go lower than this. I've gone lower than this. I was lower in body fat like a month ago, and I was like, not a good look. Not a good feel. Energy, energy, energy. I think so. Thank you, Jeffrey. I'm going to talk to you soon on the consultation. I'm excited. But you better be excited, Jeffrey. So found Jeffrey on, Jeffrey's another person who was on the course page. He found him here on YouTube, went to the course page, and now I'm doing a consultation with him. So there's a lot of familiar faces here on the stream, which is awesome. Okay, I lower my fat intake, I stop losing weight. Exact. Okay, when I eat at least 200 grams per day, I lose slow and steady. Thank you, Deborah. Things have to be slow and steady. Your body will access the body fat on keto when you're sleeping, when you actually sleep. It will happen, people. Is this, ain't nobody sleeping. Tried to sign up. What? I just up she was booked for months out. Yes, GT, but now I'm open. So I love that you guys are making the comments, because when I say it, people are like, I don't believe her. She's just promoting. But you guys are doing all the talking for me. So I have an open calendar right now. If you guys really want to start your 2019 year off, better get me now, because soon I'm going to be on an airplane traveling, and then I won't be doing consultations. So get it in. Okay, on keto, wait. EST, do you mean wait, what? Eat at least 200 grams of fat. The fat is BSD for you is a lie. Chad, I don't get your acronyms. Sorry. Loosely. Is that like fat on pork around the organs? I think I gotta go, yeah. How do you get your body fat up? Huh? How did you, me? My body fat? Let's talk about how to get my body fat up. So look, for me to go lower body fat, it's to lower the fat and too much workout. So balance that back. Dial it back. Because I was training in beast mode. Beast mode training. I'm trying to eat the daily 200 grams of fat Kerrygold, but putting it in my herbal teas. Is that okay? Yes, Christina, it is. Yes, Richard is loose. Loose leaf. Oh, I'm just thinking of like, see, this is where I'm like reading the chat between you guys wrong. The greatest example. Let's see if you said you got low. How did you get up? Okay, what time is it? Oh, see, my watch is a little fast. Okay, it's 4:33. Okay. Don't forget, you guys, to like up the stream. Don't forget to like up the stream. I'm really excited. I'm so excited for 2019, you guys. You have no idea. Way, pace, time? I don't get it. Stephanie, Happy New Year. Can I drink no sugar hot cocoa? Only white, Camilla. Only the white. It's cacao butter. And it's the white chocolate. That's the one without caffeine and mycotoxins, which is mold. So you can make your own sort of cocoa hot drink. Well, I use Ceylon cinnamon and cacao butter. Little drop of stevia, little drop of Himalayan salt, and some butter up in that. So good. Oh, sometimes I'll do vanilla bean powder in it as well. I make the best hot chocolate yummy thing ever. Steph, talk about high fat not making you gain weight for Alexia and Roger. Okay, real quick, and then I gotta go. Okay, so you guys, the reason why I can eat high fat and not gain weight is because my hormones sex hormones, my cortisol, and my adrenals are in balance. And my sleep now is on point, because I go through periods when it's not on point. And so when you're in balance, when you're breathing right, following a circadian rhythm, which is why I don't like to do streams when the sun goes down, because false light comes on, hits my eyes, and I don't sleep immediately that night very well. So follow a circadian rhythm, breathe well, be good to myself, give myself a break, don't put pressure on myself, get my stress down. And so when I eat the fat, my body uses it for structure. It uses it for my skin and for my reproductive hormones and for the insides of my lung and my brain. My body will take what it needs and use it. You see what I'm saying? And what it doesn't use, boop, there it goes. That's how I'm able to eat high fat and not get fat, because my blood sugar is stable, my insulin is stable, and my so I don't have insulin resistance, I have insulin sensitivity. So every little thing, like things come in, body uses it, uses this for health, uses all the fat soluble vitamins and the butter and the omega-3s and heals everything. And then what I don't use gets, boop. That's how. High fat keeps me in a ketotic state of being in ketosis or being fat adapted all the time. And I am all the time. 11 years going strong. No sugar, no carbs, no oranges, no strawberries, no sweet fruits, no candy, no nothing. Not in 11 years. And you guys can see stuff up close, right? That's the quality of the skin. There you go. This is the bod. Let's diffuse lighting. Okay, enough looking at myself. Carbs and too much protein trigger insulin spike. Thank you guys for joining the live stream. I just want to do a quick one. I wanted you guys to enjoy 2019, and I don't really do, I don't even know, Roger, I don't know who cares. Roger, you must be, Roger, that comment doesn't help you and it doesn't help me. So everything's in a matter of context, everything. So with intermittent fasting, who can intermittent fast well? Who cannot? Who has problems with digesting fat? Who does? Why? And in what context? So when people make ridiculous comments, they're very triggered, right? That's a triggered emotional. The way you type that was really you being triggered. So if you want to ask me something that's more clear and calm and well thought out, I have no problem answering the question. But on that note, I got to go. And I want you guys, except Dr. Doug McGuff, or for time under tension. But remember, Richard, time under tension really is like, guys really relate to that. I don't like females to do this particularly. It's not as relatable to them. He does 15-second negatives, right? Where you're constantly contracting, constantly contracting, constantly contracting, constantly contracting, right? I like 3-second negatives, especially for women. First time to catch you live. Great fun. Thank you, Chuck. Better. Thank you. Not yours? I hope I didn't get you wrong, Roger. What'd you say before? You said, oh, you're not talking to me. You were talking to Richard. I don't know. I got a phone this big and I got to read 1,000 comments this big. So forgive me if I got it wrong. Happy New Year, Hannah. Hearts. Thank you, everyone. It is time for me to go. As you see, the sun's moving down really, really fast. And if you guys in the comments below want me to do preloaded, pre-made videos on subjects, please let me know. I keep asking for feedback in the comment below section. Nobody gives me any feedback. So I'll either keep going live or I'll start putting together videos that are like 5 minutes long on one subject, and that's it. So let me know. Good evening, Sasha, to all. She says, or he says, thank you for your time, Steph. Thank you, Lori. I just want you guys that it's not a New Year's Eve resolution. Of course, it's each day. But I just want people to realize for every one thing, right, that we fix, there's going to be 3 stupid things that happen in a year. So just get used to it, okay? Crappy things happen, but you always have to be in reparative mode. I'm going to fix this. So now you no longer have to worry about this one thing over here. Things will never be perfect. Never. Every time you think you got life figured out, 3 more things will just jump on your back and irritate the crap out of you. But that's okay. So let's get excited for 2019. Even though some sucky things might happen, you're going to fix a lot of good things. Thank you, Briseis. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Please remember to calories in and calories out is... Yeah, calories in, calories out does not work. What if you have a thyroid problem, right? Some people have a thyroid issue, low T3, TSH high, inflammatory markers high. It doesn't matter how little they eat. They don't lose a drop of weight. So that's a whole nother subject. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to like up this stream. Until next time, I'm out. Enjoy your January 1st, 2019. When people watch the replay, they'll see that this video is J 1st. And I'm out. Please feel review past videos. She'll explains how meats, fats, vegetables, etc. are permitted. Yes. Yes, they are. They're all permitted, but contextually. Yes, can you do a short video on blood tests before you eat? Camilla, I need to be more information. Blood test what? Otherwise, I don't know what to do a video on. Blood tests can be subjective. That's a little because your blood can change every hour. You could do a cholesterol panel test for 6 months, and every month it's different. And I'm out. Thank you, guys. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. And I'm out with your live streams. Do you guys want me to continue doing live streams? Put in the number 1 if you want me to continue doing live streams, or put in the number 2 if you want me to stop doing live streams and want me to start just doing preloaded videos. 1 if the live streams, 2 if you just want me to just stop doing it and bring preloaded videos. Okay, so for the 1 person who complained my last live stream, look at all the numbers of people saying 1. And Toby's like, do 1 and 2. So I will do a 2 every once in a while. Maybe I'll put up a video once a week on a subject. What number should I be fasted and how? Oh, I've done that before. It's 69 to 80 milligrams per deciliter for blood sugar. And for millimolars, it's 3.9 to 4.4, 4.5 max. And for ketones, it's a 1.8 to 3.0. Watch the replay if you didn't get those numbers. Hi, Toby. And thank you, Toby. Thank you, Toby. And Tank for the other night. It was really awesome. Mine won sometimes. Happy New Year's. Love you. Thank you. A lot of 1s. Okay, thank you, everybody, for the feedback. Really needed that. And so there's a couple 1 and 2. It's never 2 by itself. So I'll do 1 and 2. All right, guys. Have a great, great night, morning, wherever you are in this world, and I'll be back. If you want me to do a subject, comment below. Thank you. Make a short video every day, live stream every week. Oh, no. My neighbors. No, Mark, honey child, you don't know what I've been doing. People would not like it if I did a bunch of preloaded videos all week in 1 live stream. It'd have to be the opposite. It's always a lot. Look at the numbers, Mark. Night, Steph, Deborah, Richard, and everyone. But night, Briseis, and Jeffrey as well, and Christine. Bye, everyone, and Joe, and everyone. You're welcome, but really thank you for all that you do. Okay, thank you, Toby. Love you. All right, guys. Thank you, Deborah. Love you, too. I love Deborah's just like my home girl. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye, guys. Bye.